Have you ever thought about how secure your home really is? Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to the sound of footsteps in your hallway, a stranger invading your sanctuary. It's a fear many of us share, but often pushed to the back of our minds. The harsh reality is that home invasions can happen anywhere, to anyone, and at any time. Criminals are always searching for the easiest target, and you don't want to be it. If that scenario gave you chills, don't worry, we're here to help. In today's video, we'll walk you through 10 easy steps to prevent home invasions and make your home the safest place it can be. From simple habits to affordable upgrades, these steps could make all the difference in keeping your loved ones secure. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss crucial tips to protect yourself, your family, and your property. Trust me, you don't want to take home security lightly. Your peace of mind may depend on it. Now, let's get started. 1. Secure doors and windows. The first and most critical step to prevent home invasions is securing all doors and windows in your home. This is non-negotiable. Unlocked doors and windows are practically an open invitation for burglars. Lock them. Every single time. This is the minimum effort you can make to protect your home. Do not underestimate how often criminals take advantage of this simple lapse in security. Upgrade your locks if needed. Standard doorknob locks aren't enough. Install deadbolts for added strength against forced entry. If you're looking for even more security, consider reinforcing your doors with door security bars or strike plates, which make it much harder for anyone to kick the door open. Sliding glass doors are another weak spot that burglars frequently exploit. Don't rely on the flimsy locks they come with. Insert a wooden dowel or a sturdy metal bar into the track to keep them from being forced open. Windows are just as vulnerable as doors, especially on the ground floor. Always ensure they are locked, even when you're home. For additional safety, consider installing window locks or sensors that alert you if the window has been tampered with. Keep valuable items out of view from windows to avoid giving burglars an easy inventory of what they could steal. Don't neglect garage access either. Many people forget how easily burglars can get into a house through an unlocked door leading from the garage into the home. Lock that door, and while you're at it, ensure your main garage door isn't left open for extended periods. Thieves are opportunists. They're quick to act when they see an easy way in. Securing doors and windows is your first line of defense, and perhaps the simplest yet most effective way to deter intruders. It doesn't take much time, effort, or money to address these vulnerabilities, but the payoff in home security is significant. Get into the habit of double-checking every point of entry before leaving your home or going to bed. Make it routine. Complacency is your worst enemy when it comes to home security. Don't make it easy. Lock up your house like you mean it. 2. Change locks and secure vulnerable areas. Changing locks and securing vulnerable areas is non-negotiable when it comes to protecting your home. If you've just moved in, the first thing you should do is replace every single lock. You have no idea who the previous owner or tenant gave keys to. Friends, relatives, contractors, the old dog walker. Any one of them could still access your home if you don't take this step. Your security is your responsibility, so act fast. Don't forget about locks on your circuit breaker. If it's located outside, slap a secure lock on it right away. A tampered circuit breaker can shut off your home's electricity and disable your security system, leaving you defenseless. Criminals can and will exploit this weakness if you leave it unprotected. Doors are only as secure as their hinges. If your door hinges are on the outside, consider them an open invitation for intruders to pop the pins and stroll right in. You must replace and reposition the hinges to ensure they're on the inside. This small adjustment can make it infinitely harder for someone to break into your home. Spare keys are another huge vulnerability. Everyone thinks it's clever to leave a spare under the doormat, inside a fake rock, or in a flower pot. Newsflash: burglars are already wise to these hiding spots. Don't make their job easier. If you need to have a spare key on hand, invest in a lockbox with a combination. Better yet, give the spare to a trusted neighbor or family member. Do not leave it lying around your yard. Securing your home isn't just about having locks, it's about using them wisely. Audit every part of your home's exterior. Are all doors and windows secured? Do you have any obvious points of entry that aren't reinforced? Taking the time to address these vulnerabilities now will save you from a potentially devastating situation later. Don't procrastinate on something as important as your family's safety. It's better to over-prepare than to regret being careless later. 3. Use outdoor lighting. Burglars thrive in the dark. If you leave your outdoor areas unlit at night, you're making it easy for them to approach your home undetected. A well-lit property is one of the simplest yet most effective deterrents to home invasions. You're not giving anyone the cover they're looking for. It's not just about throwing up a porch light, it's about strategic lighting that covers key areas. Start with the entry points. Whether it's the front door, back door, or side windows, make sure each is illuminated at night. Motion-activated lights are a no-brainer. When someone steps onto your property, the sudden flood of light sends a clear message that you're aware and alert. Criminals don't want that attention. They'll move on to an easier target. Don't neglect your driveway, pathways, and backyard. These are often overlooked, and that's exactly what a burglar is hoping for. Install lights along walkways, on garages, and near fences. Use floodlights for larger, darker areas. The goal is to eliminate every shadow a potential intruder could hide in. Consistency is critical. It's not enough to rely on switching everything on manually. Use automatic timers or photosensitive switches that make outdoor lights go on at sunset and off at sunrise. These require minimal effort from you, but ensure that your home stays illuminated even when you're not there to flip the switch. It's smart and it works. Proper lighting doesn't just protect you from burglars, it makes your property safer in general. You'll spot hazards like icy steps or fallen debris on their own before they cause an injury. Plus, well-lit homes look occupied, and that's a huge deterrent. Criminals are more likely to target dark, quiet homes where people don't seem to be around. Don't skimp when it comes to securing your home. Poor lighting is an invitation. With a small investment in outdoor lighting and a little planning, you can eliminate easy opportunities for intrusions. Turn your outdoor spaces into something criminals want nothing to do with: bright, exposed, and dangerous for them. 4. Stay alert during the day. Many people associate home invasions with darkness and late-night hours, but the reality is quite different. A shocking 65% of home invasions take place between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. These are daylight hours, commonly when people are at work, running errands, or otherwise not at home. Criminals bank on the assumption that households are typically empty during this time, making it the perfect opportunity to strike. This is why staying vigilant during the day is just as critical as securing your home at night. One of the most common tactics used by intruders is posing as door-to-door salespeople or service providers. They knock on doors to determine if anyone is home. If you're not suspicious or take them at face value, you're falling right into their trap. Don't open the door blindly or engage without assessing who is outside. Use a peephole, a doorbell camera, or speak through a secure intercom. If the visitor's intentions seem vague, don't hesitate to ask for identification or documentation proving their legitimacy. If you're still not convinced, keep your door closed and follow up at a later time with the relevant organization they claim to represent. Another critical step is creating the perception that someone is always home, even if you're not. Leaving signs of activity, such as a car parked in the driveway, having lights on timers, or scheduling packages to be picked up instead of sitting on your porch, can deter intruders from targeting your property. The goal is to avoid making your house look like an easy target. It's also important to be aware of your surroundings. If you notice unfamiliar vehicles or individuals lingering near your home or your neighbor's properties, consider alerting local law enforcement. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Stay proactive. Don't underestimate the lengths criminals will go to during the day, and don't leave your safety to chance. Keep your doors and windows locked even when you're at home. Always approach daytime activity with the same wariness you might at night. Home invasions don't keep a schedule, and neither should your vigilance. Daylight doesn't equal safety. It's when you should be on high alert. 5. Engage with neighbors and build a community network. When it comes to preventing home invasions, your neighbors can be your strongest allies. You're not living in a vacuum. Get to know the people around you. Building a community network isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a real, tangible defense mechanism. Criminals are less likely to target areas where people look out for each other. They don't want to risk getting spotted by someone who knows their neighbors and notices something unusual. Start by introducing yourself to your neighbors and encouraging open communication about anything suspicious. It doesn't matter if you're naturally social or not, this is about safety. Talk to them about watching for unknown vehicles or strangers lurking in your area. Exchange phone numbers or create a group chat to share updates quickly. Make it easy to contact each other if something seems off around your property. A strong sense of community creates vigilance. When you and your neighbors actively look out for each other, it sets a tone. If someone sees movement at your property when they know you're not home, they're more likely to act and report it. That extra set of eyes could stop a burglary in progress or scare off a potential intruder. The reality is simple: criminals will think twice about targeting a connected neighborhood versus one where people keep to themselves. Isolation breeds opportunity for bad actors. Don't kid yourself into thinking this will happen on its own. You have to take the initiative to build these relationships. Organize a neighborhood meeting or a weekend barbecue to break the ice. Join or start a neighborhood watch program if one doesn't already exist in your area. A formalized group boosts accountability and helps coordinate efforts to deter crime. Even a simple check-in routine between you and neighbors, like agreeing to watch each other's homes while on vacation, can make a huge difference. At the end of the day, engaging with your community is an easy and cost-effective way to enhance home security. It doesn't require expensive gadgets or complicated systems, just effort. Don't underestimate the power of familiar faces and trust. Criminals thrive on anonymity. You don't need to wait for something bad to happen to start building these connections. Take action now and make your neighborhood a place where everyone knows they've got someone watching their back. 6. Maintain landscaping for security. Properly maintaining your landscaping is a critical and straightforward way to boost your home's security. Overgrown trees, shrubs, and bushes around your property create perfect hiding spots for intruders. These can serve as cover for criminals trying to scope out your home or attempting to break in. Don't give them a place to hide. Trim down any overgrown greenery, especially near windows, doors, and walkways. Trees with low-hanging branches that obscure your home's view from the street should also be pruned. Keeping your landscaping clean and open sends a clear message that you prioritize your property's security. If you're serious about home protection, consider using defensive landscaping to your advantage. Plant thorny bushes, such as roses or barberry, under windows or along fences. These act as a natural deterrent, since burglars won't want to risk getting scratched or injured while trying to access your property. Use these smart landscaping techniques to make it physically uncomfortable and risky for anyone attempting to get near your home. Illuminating your yard is another important part of this step. While it's not strictly about trimming or planting, strategic lighting should go hand in hand with maintaining your landscaping. Motion sensor lights can be installed in areas where trimmed bushes or trees may still create some shadows, ensuring your yard remains well lit and exposed at night. Ultimately, landscaping should enhance your security, not make you more vulnerable. Don't treat it as just an aesthetic priority. Overgrown greenery may seem harmless, but it can turn your property into an easy target for a home invasion. By keeping everything neatly trimmed and using plants strategically, you create an environment where criminals will think twice. Landscaping can either work for you or against you. Make sure it works for you, not for the intruder. 7. Use dogs as a deterrent. Dogs can be one of the simplest and most effective deterrents against home invasions. Even a small dog with a loud bark can create enough noise to make intruders think twice about targeting your home. Burglars thrive on silence and secrecy, and a barking dog disrupts both. When an intruder hears a dog barking, they know that not only is their presence no longer unnoticed, but they also risk drawing unwanted attention from neighbors or passersby. That's often enough to make them move on to an easier target. The presence of a dog signals a higher level of risk for intruders. It's not just that dogs bark, they're also unpredictable. An intruder can't know if the dog in your home is all bark, or if it's one that will defend its territory physically. This uncertainty works in your favor. Even a sign that says "Beware of dog" can act as a psychological deterrent. For those who do own a dog, posting such signs amplifies the warning. Burglars follow the path of least resistance. They're much less likely to break into a home where there's even the slightest chance of complications. It's important to understand that you don't need a large, ferocious dog to reap these benefits. Most would-be burglars aren't looking to challenge whatever animal you have. Smaller breeds can be just as effective in creating noise and alerting you or your neighbors to unusual activity. And the good thing about dogs is that they aren't fooled by disguises or tricks the way humans might be. If someone comes snooping around where they don't belong, a dog will likely bark and alert you without hesitation. If you don't already have a dog, it's worth considering, especially if your neighborhood has seen rising crime rates. However, owning a dog should be a responsible decision. It's not just a tool for home defense, but a long-term commitment that involves care, training, and effort. For those who cannot commit to pet ownership, strategies like using recorded dog barking or displaying a "Beware of dog" sign can still provide a level of deterrence. 8. Install or simulate a home security system. A home security system is one of the most effective ways to prevent a burglary. Thieves look for easy targets, and the mere presence of a security system, whether real or simulated, can make them think twice about targeting your home. Start by displaying visible signs or stickers that indicate your home is protected by a security system. These warnings alone can be a powerful deterrent because most burglars will skip houses that appear to have surveillance and alarms. If you're ready to take it further, install security cameras. Modern options like wireless cameras are affordable and easy to set up. You don't even need to make all the cameras functional. Fake cameras strategically placed around entry points can create the illusion of full surveillance. Burglars don't want to risk being caught on camera, and this can drive them away. For a quick and affordable security boost, you can also consider installing a video doorbell to monitor your front porch or deliveries. Don't forget about simple measures. A peephole is a small, inexpensive upgrade to your front door that can make a big difference. It allows you to see who is on the other side before opening, ensuring you're not letting in someone with bad intentions. This small addition is both practical and effective for enhancing your personal safety. For those on a tight budget, affordable alternatives like door alarms or entry chimes can still provide security. These devices make loud noises whenever someone opens a door or window without your knowledge, drawing attention to an intruder and scaring them off. Add a few strategically placed alarms to entryways, and you'll have a basic yet effective defensive strategy. The bottom line is this: don't leave your home vulnerable. Burglars are opportunists, and they'll bypass homes with even the smallest signs of resistance. Installing or simulating a home security system, no matter how small or basic, is a crucial step to protecting your property and peace of mind. Make it clear your home isn't worth the risk. 9. Avoid flaunting wealth. One of the simplest ways to deter home invasions is to stop flaunting your wealth. Criminals often target homes that appear to have valuable items they can steal. When you leave valuable items visible, whether inside or outside your home, you're basically advertising to would-be intruders. Don't make your home an easy target. Start by closing your curtains or blinds, especially at night. Leaving windows open to display expensive TVs, computers, or other electronics is an open invitation for burglars. You never know who might be passing by and peeking inside. Avoid showcasing your possessions to the outside world, keep them private. Another tip is to be mindful about how you dispose of packaging for high-ticket items. If you've recently purchased a new flat-screen TV, gaming console, or other expensive equipment, don't just leave the empty boxes outside for garbage pickup. Seeing packaging for a brand new device outside your home screams free shopping opportunity to anyone walking by. Break down boxes and conceal them in garbage bags before disposal. The less information you give others about what's inside your home, the better. Additionally, secure outdoor valuables. Items like grills, bicycles, lawn equipment, and tools should not be left out in the yard or driveway unattended or overnight. These items are often easy to grab and sell, making them attractive to thieves. Store them securely in a shed, garage, or other out-of-sight location when not in use. The more effort a criminal has to take to locate and steal something, the less likely they are to bother trying. Don't forget about vehicles either. Leaving items like purses, shopping bags, or electronic devices like tablets or phones visible in your car, even if it's just parked in the driveway or garage, is another big mistake. These can catch the eye of opportunistic thieves who can smash a window to grab what they see. At the end of the day, preventing home invasions doesn't just mean locking your doors. It also means being smart about how much you show off to the outside world. Keep your valuables hidden, reduce temptations, and make your home appear less appealing to potential intruders. It's a simple step that can go a long way in keeping your property safe. 10. Make your home appear occupied when away. When it comes to preventing home invasions, the key is to make it look like someone is always home, even when you're not. Criminals are actively seeking easy targets, and an obviously empty house is an open invitation to them. Don't make their job easier by broadcasting to the world that you're away for an extended period. Start by using automatic timers for indoor lights. These timers allow lights to turn on and off at specific intervals, mimicking the on and off pattern of a normal evening at home. A dark house for days is a glaring signal to burglars that no one is around. Set different lights to activate at various times to enhance the illusion of occupancy. Next, take care of any routine outdoor tasks that would otherwise make it obvious you're away. If you have a yard, ensure it's maintained while you're gone. An overgrown lawn or uncollected pile of leaves screams, "Nobody is here." Similarly, if newspapers or mail pile up on your porch or in your mailbox, you might as well hang a sign stating that your home is unguarded. Ask a trusted neighbor, friend, or family member to collect these items to keep things looking normal. Social media is another major consideration. Avoid announcing your vacation plans online. No matter how private you think your account is, this information could easily fall into the wrong hands. Posting pictures while you're away can wait until you're back home. Don't sacrifice your home security just for a few online likes. Lastly, keep up regular household routines even when you're not there. For instance, arrange for someone to take out your trash bins on collection day or bring them back in once emptied. This small act can go a long way in creating the impression that life in your home is continuing as normal. Home security is about being proactive and not underestimating the resources and cunning of criminals. A house that appears lived in is far less appealing to would-be intruders. Taking simple steps like managing your lights and maintaining your property can deter potential break-ins and save you from becoming a victim of burglary. Don't leave your home vulnerable. Create the illusion of presence and protect what's yours.